And there's still a period of time before Nashville takes notice. And we were joking about this a little bit upstairs, but it probably wasn't a joke when it was happening. A Chevy Beretta was what kind of car?
Chevy.
Yeah, like a sedan? Big or little, or what was the Chevy?
It was 2-door.
2-door?
Yeah, 2 doors, kind of small.
All right.
Real small.
And you lived in that Chevy Beretta for how long?
It was like 8 months or so. But I still had a couple of different places to hang my hat, you know. But I was playing at that point these little bars between Carolina and Kentucky and West Virginia, Ohio, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, and a few little places, Fayetteville, North Carolina. But that car that became like my apartment. And it was also my office, bedroom, party house. I don't know. Crazy.
So during that time, and I think this is often a real demarcation, a real separation period for people, did you think, gee, maybe those voices weren't right?
You know what? I just thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die before the record came out. At that point, I had 10 years, dedication, persistence. I believed that it was all supposed to happen, but at the same time, what had happened was I became a big fish in a little teeny fish bowl, like Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia. But there I was like, I was a big star, but nowhere else. And it got really crazy. The little place I was playing in Huntington, West Virginia, called the Ragtime Lounge. And 5 nights a week, 4 sets a night, it would just get insane every single night. And I was part of it. And fights breaking out and all this. And then one night a fight did break out, and guns were drawn and knives and all this. And the club owner ended up firing us because we couldn't keep playing. Somebody was going to die. And so that became the moment of when I lost that house gig, then that's when my car kind of became my trailer. Something like that.
It wasn't originally, or the record company didn't want to call it Achy Breaky Heart. How did that song come to be?
Well, Don Montrez wrote that song. Don is a 2-term Vietnam veteran, and I had written a song called Some Gave All, which I wrote about a Vietnam veteran, and recorded Some Gave All first. And again, the whole record itself was built on many, many, many failures over the previous decade before that. I mean, it was a long time coming to that moment, and really before Some Gave All was going to be my last chance. I was 29 years old, and thinking, man, maybe it's just not going to happen for me. So to answer your question, there was that moment of doubt, like maybe this was not supposed, maybe I was wrong. But I did feel a calling to go back to, it was the voice telling me to, on a Sunday night, before I got fired from the Ragtime, to go to the little church my papa built back in Flatwoods, Kentucky. And again, there's something you're supposed to hear, and I hadn't been there since maybe I was 12 years old. And back when my papa died, and I didn't go back to that church after that. It was too sad. I was a little bit angry spiritually. And so I did go to that church, and I went on a Sunday night, and there was a preacher there saying, God loves a desperate man, God loves a desperate man. When you're desperate, you get down on your knees, you cry out, God, I'm desperate, help me. I found myself walking up to that little place there, getting on my knees, and I prayed a desperate prayer. That being said, that week I went and played Some Gave All for Harold Shedd, and he signed me to the deal. So when we recorded Some Gave All, and then I had a lot of songs that I'd written, but my producer Joe Scaife brought up a cassette of a song called Don't Tell My Heart. And just as soon as I heard it, I thought, man, there's something really special about that. And I stood up, but that's me, man, that is me. And we started playing it that night, and Achy Breaky song, play Achy Breaky. It seemed pretty obvious that that was the name of the song, Achy Breaky Heart. And then as it got closer and closer to the time for it to release, I did mention that I thought maybe that the title should be Achy Breaky Heart.
I want to get to Achy Breaky and the life-changing aspects of it in a second. Could you play a little bit of Some Gave All? Such a great song.
Yeah. I'm going to dedicate it to my buddy Sal out there. That's one of America's finest right there. Everybody give it up for Sal right there. He's the he's certainly seen a lot of sacrifice. I met him during the Hannah Montana days, and been a great friend. So it's for you, buddy. I knew a man called him Sandy Kane. Few folks even knew his name. But a hero, yes, was he. Left a boy, came back a man. Still many just don't understand about the reasons we are free. Can't forget the look in his eyes, all the tears he cried as he said these words to me. All gave some gave all. Some stood blue for the red, white moon, some let fall. Did you ever think of me? Think of all your liberties and the law. You ever recall? Some gave all. Some gave all. Some gave all.
All right, so that's the great song. And then you hear this cassette of Achy Breaky, and you think, that's the big song.
Well, you know what I just thought? They kind of hand in hand for some reason. It just felt right. As soon as I heard it, and it was just like dawn on a guitar. It was one of it sounded like cave rock. It was him on a guitar, and he would grunt like he was grunting. You can tell the world you never was my girl, but you can burn my clothes when I'm gone. Or you can tell, friend, just what I feel I burn, how I can joke about me on the phone. I go, that's me. That is me right there. I love that song. I'm like bouncing around my guitar player's apartment going, I love that song. And then Don just kept on rocking, but I just felt like I found my soulmate with that thing. And I felt like I found my soulmate with Don when I finally met him. He's a great friend and a brother to this day.
All right, so you record that song. And you record, the words you use in the book are a rocket ship. From the time you recorded it to the time you first heard it on the radio was how long?
Well, it was a long time. Like, it was June, the first week of June of 91. What was me? The first week of June of 91, and I was there for, we cut Some Gave All in January of 91, and then the song, and then cut 9 more songs in the first week of June, 2 songs a day. And then I stayed in my Chevy Beretta and had a hotel room too. I go back and shower and stuff there. But I just kept my car parked outside the music mill, and I stayed 1 more week and did all the lead vocals and a lot of the harmonies. I love doing harmonies. It's one of my favorite parts of making a record, and I think it goes back to being around my dad's gospel quartet and all those Southern gospel groups. I love the harmonies, and so I stuck around for the whole week, and we did overdubs, I did the vocals and a bunch of harmonies, and we mixed it, and in it seemed like about 14 days, and $92,000 we cut the album Someday Wrong as well.